Beyond the Mic with Sean Dillon.
We're joined on the Starline by an actor and producer. You've seen him in A Haunting in Venice, Loose Cannons, and John Wick, Chapter 2. His latest project is Race for Glory, Audi versus Lancia. We welcome the pride of Trani, Italy, Ricardo Scamaccio.
Ciao. Hello. Ciao, everyone.
Ciao, Ricardo. Let's go beyond the mic. As a scriptwriter, producer, and actor for Race to Glory, this project could be considered a metaphor of Italian style. Why was that important for you?
Well, you got it completely. It is a metaphor of the Italian style. I was very much impressed about this story because it's an underdog. Lancia in that particular year, they were in a very difficult situation. They had less money. They didn't have, especially the technology of four-wheel drive, which was invented by the Germans in the world of rally in the 1982, and allows them to win everything. So they were unbeatable. In 1983, all the other brands, they present themselves the new cars, and everyone all the cars that were four-wheel drive, except one, Lancia, because Cesare Fiorio, the team manager, he said, okay, no, we can't compete, because even if we make this four-wheel drive technology, they're going to be stronger than us, because they knew it since 3-4 years. They've been working with this technology. We just knew on this new thing. So he said, it is better that we create a very powerful, light, fast, and precise car instead to have this four-wheel drive technology.
Lancia is a legendary Italian car manufacturer. They still have more manufacturers' championships than any other, even though they haven't competed since 1992. As an Italian, what did Lancia mean to you growing up?
Well, my father had a Lancia, for example. So for me, it means a lot, because, my father had this Lancia Tema, and there was a version called Lancia Tema Ferrari, which had the Ferrari engine. So Lancia has always been a very, very kind of cool brand of cars, very elegant, but all at the same time very stable on the road, with a very strong grip, because of rally, of course, because the rally was also an excuse, a way to test new technology, new expertises, on normal brands. Also was a way to promote the brands, because if you won the world championship, you would sell more cars. It was a promotional thing, at the same time a technical test.
As you did your research in Cesare Fiorio, what trait of his was important for you to portray accurately?
Well, I met him, and because I met him by coincidence, it's a long story. It was I found this man that was selling furniture in Puglia, in the southeast of Italy, where I have a country house, and he said to me that he knew Cesare Fiorio, that he was living there. I didn't know that, actually. I said, you know Cesare Fiorio? What are you talking about? He said, yes, I have his number. Do you want his number? I said, of course I want his number. And I called him the day after. I was in his house having a long conversation about that particular year, which I was obsessed for the reason that I explained right just before. But yes, of course, Cesare has been my mentor in this project, because he told me everything, all the situations, all the difficult situation he lived through while he was competing in that world championship, and in all his life. Because also we have to understand that racing is also dealing a little bit with some big danger, which is death. And this is an element that is very important in cinema in general. If you think, why we love so much gangster movies? Not because we like the gangsters, But because in gangsters' lives, there is death and life and death. So cinema needs those extremity, this, this danger kind of, this dynamic between life and death. Theater, storytelling, literature, it is, if you think, is all about that. Love, death, and life.
Ricardo Scamaccio is the lead in Race for Glory, Audi versus Lancia, and he joins us beyond the mic for the Rocky Nate. Ricardo, all this is 8 random questions. Answer with the first thing that comes to mind. There's no pressure. What was the first car you owned?
You know what? Yes. But I didn't think about it. I mean, you're the first person that it made this question to me. I mean, it's incredible. Yes, but the answer is yes, but I forgot about that. Now you just, yes, it's true. Lancia Y when I was 18. As soon as I got the license, the drive license, actually.
Best place in Rome to just think.
Wow. I would say Il Gianicolo.
Ricardo, what was the one lesson your mom and dad taught you that you always want to remember?
Being honest and fair.
Quote, listen, this is a sport that is raced on the road, and on the road, anything goes, unquote. How competitive are you?
Well, my life has been quite, intense because of my job. But let me tell you something. It's true. It's true. If you follow your instinct and your emotions, you have to trust in yourself. You have to trust in your feelings, even if in that moment it looks like there is a wrong choice. But I made choices against my interest, the interest of that I had in that moment. But then in a long range, those choices, I understood that they were like the choices that allowed me to be where I am.
Ricardo, you have an upcoming movie directed by Johnny Depp and supported by Al Pacino. Who is an actor you haven't worked with that you would love to do a project with?
Well, already to work with Johnny, and now let me tell you, even in the greatest dream and that I had, it was a little bit less than this, to have the opportunity to work with Al and Johnny, which are two incredible artists, incredible human being, and for me it's been like a lesson, a confirmation of all the values I fought for in my life. Saying no to certain things, trying to, those people, Al and Johnny. I mean, man. Incredible human beings. Incredible. The humble generosity. I mean, huge talent. Yeah.
Sunrise or sunsets? Which do you prefer?
I have to say sunset, but actually sunrise.
Do you like throwing parties, Ricardo, or are you more of an introvert?
No, I'm more. I like parties, but normally I'm on my side, by myself.
So, what's the most dangerous thing you've ever done?
Being an actor.
It's time for one big question with the star of Race for Glory, Audi versus Lancia, Ricardo Scamaccio, beyond the mic. Ricardo, how has being a father to your daughter changed you and the way you see the world in movies?
Oh, yeah. Yes. It does. It did, because you know that you have to be alive. You have to be alive because you want to see your daughter growing and being there to protect her and to help her to become an adult, you know. So you have then a responsibility in a kind of a way, and also like a pleasure because because you love her.
His life is intense. First car was a Lancia, and he wants you to watch Race for Glory, Audi versus Lancia. Ricardo Scamaccio, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today.
Grazie. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
And that, my friends, is a Beyond the Mic shortcut. If you're enjoying these conversations, please check out another Beyond the Mic episode to find more actors, artists, and people you need to know. We'd also appreciate a like and subscribe on the Good Pods app.